Hi everyone and welcome to Germany for Student channel. Today is lesson number 35 of A2 level of German language course, and today's topic is the conjugation als. We will see how we can use the als conjugation, in which scenarios we can use this als conjugation, and when we want to use this als conjugation in our German sentences, what sentence structure we have to follow. All this will be done with the help of examples. So let's start the lesson. First, I take two examples of two sentences. Sie war 25 Jahre alt. She was 25 years old. And the second sentence is Sie ist nach Deutschland gekommen. She came to Germany, or she has come to Germany. Now, one thing that we can notice here is that both these sentences are in past tense. Now, sie war 25 Jahre alt is a Nebensatz, and sie ist nach Deutschland gekommen is the Hauptsatz. Now let's have a look at the sentence structure that we have to follow if we want to use als conjugation to connect both sentences that we have mentioned above. We can put Nebensatz first and put Hauptsatz after that, or we can switch the positions. But in today's lesson, we will keep Nebensatz first and we will put Hauptsatz after Nebensatz. So if this is the case, then we have to start the Nebensatz with conjugation als. Als will come at the first position, so it will be followed by subject. Then comes object. In place of object, we can have a preposition or adjective, etc., or some any additional information. Then comes verb, and this verb will be conjugated according to the subject that comes at the second position of the Nebensatz. Then we will put a comma after the verb of Nebensatz and will give a space, and we will start the Hauptsatz. Hauptsatz will start with the verb of Hauptsatz and it will be followed by the subject of Hauptsatz. So first we have to put verb in the conjugated form, and then we have to use subject, and we have to make sure that we know the subject in advance so that we can use the conjugated verb before we use the subject itself. And after subject, we can put the object again in place of object. There could be some additional information, any adjective, any preposition, etc. So now we apply this sentence structure on the two sentences that we have seen earlier and see that how we can connect both sentences by using this als conjugation, and what does this mean then if we connect both sentences by using the als conjugation. Now, if we apply als conjugation on the above two sentences, it will be als sie 25 Jahre alt war, Space, ist sie nach Deutschland gekommen. When she was 25 years old, she came to Germany. Now we also have to understand in which particular scenario we can use the conjugation als. Als will be used to describe all those events. They have happened in past and they have occurred only once. These events must not be repetitive. So there shouldn't be any repetition of the event, and this event must have happened in past. Again, als sie 25 Jahre alt war, ist sie nach Deutschland gekommen. When she was 25 years old, she came to Germany. Let's look at another example. Ich bin gestern nach Hause gegangen. I came to home yesterday. Ich habe Obst eingekauft. I bought fruit. Now, this event, that coming to home yesterday, happened only once and it is happened in past, so we can use als conjugation. In this case, als ich gestern nach Hause gegangen bin, Habe ich Obst eingekauft. If we look at the sentence structure, I have used als at the first position, then comes subject, then comes additional information gestern, nach Hause, to home, gegangen bin. Now here the sentence structure is a bit different because this sentence is perfect tense, and whenever we use perfect tense in Nebensatz in combination with als conjugation, then the participle zwei will come at second last position of Nebensatz, and the sein or haben verb will come at the last position of the sentence, and it will be conjugated according to the subject of sentence. So we have used sein verb here because whenever we use gehen verb in participle zwei form, then we have to use sein verb and we have to conjugate it according to subject ich. So sein becomes bin. Then we put a comma and give a space and start the Hauptsatz. Hauptsatz will start with the verb. Again, here in this sentence, Hauptsatz also is in perfect tense, which means that I have to put sein or haben verb at the start of Hauptsatz, and I have to conjugate it according to subject of Hauptsatz. Subject of Hauptsatz is ich. So according to this ich subject, haben will become habe, then comes object, and eingekauft is the participle zwei form of verb which will come at the last position of the sentence. So here the sentence structure is different because we have used participle zwei form in both Nebensatz and Hauptsatz. Next example, Frau Müller heiratete. Frau Müller got married. Wir haben ihr gratuliert. We have congratulated her. This event of getting married happened only once in past, and we can use here als conjugation. Als Frau Müller heiratete, space, haben wir ihr gratuliert. We congratulated her. So again, we have started the Nebensatz with als, then we put subject of sentence, which is Frau Müller, and then comes verb. Here we don't have any object, therefore the verb will come and it will be at the last position of Nebensatz. We put comma and give a space and start the Hauptsatz. Hauptsatz is again in perfect form, so we will use haben verb and we will conjugate it according to subject wir. That will be at the second place, and at the third place we have object, which is ihr. Now you have to tell me why the object here is ihr. Last position is for the verb gratulieren, and the participle zwei form of gratulieren is gratuliert. Now let's have a look at some other examples to understand it more. Als aus dem Zug stieg, sah sofort seine Mutter. When he got off the train, he saw his mother immediately. Again, we start the sentence with the als conjugation, and will come at the second position because is the subject of sentence. Aus dem Zug. Aus is dative preposition and Zug is a masculine noun, so we will use dem in this case. Stieg is the conjugation of steigen for past tense in case of subject so we have put it at the last position, then comes comma and space, then the Hauptsatz will start with the verb. Sahen is the past form of sehen verb, which means to see, and for it will become sah. At second position, we will use which is the subject of Hauptsatz, sofort, seine Mutter, come at the last position of the sentence. Als meine Frau angerufen hat, war ich nicht zu Hause. When my wife called me, I was not at home. Now, here again, I start the sentence with als, then comes subject, which is meine Frau, and angerufen hat is a participle zwei form in this case, we have to use angerufen at the second last position, and we have to use haben according to the subject, meine Frau. So haben will become hat and it will come at the last position of Nebensatz. Then comes comma and space, and we will start the Hauptsatz with the verb which is conjugated according to the subject ich, that will come at the second position. So waren becomes war in case of subject ich. Then comes nicht zu Hause. Another sentence, als wir oben auf dem Berg ankamen, waren wir sehr stolz. When we arrived at the top of mountain, we were very proud. Als again comes at first position, then comes subject, which is wir oben auf dem Berg. Uncommon is the participle Y form of uncommon, which means to arrive, and for wir subject, uncommon remains uncommon. Then we put a comma and give a space. Then we start the Hauptsatz, which has to be started with the verb and it has to be conjugated according to the subject that will be at the second position. So wir is the subject, and for wir waren remains waren, sehr stolz comes at the last position. Als ich zum ersten Mal ins Ausland fuhr, war ich 13 Jahre alt. When I traveled abroad for the first time, I was 13-year old. Again, in this sentence, we are talking about an event that has happened in past and that happened only once. Therefore, we can use als conjugation here and to describe this event. Another example. Als ich rückwärts fuhr, bin ich gegen eine Mauer gestoßen. I hit against the wall. So this is the use of als. It is used to describe those events which have happened in past and they have occurred only once. If we want to describe such events, then we will use the conjugation als. In this lesson, we have put the Nebensatz starting with als first and we have put the Hauptsatz afterwards, and it followed a specific sentence structure. In the upcoming lesson, we will swap the positions of Hauptsatz and Nebensatz and we will see how this will affect the sentence structure. I hope this is clear to you now. If you have any questions, put them in the comment. Thank you. Bye.